It's One More and I'm Out of Here podcast. A ton of shit to get to today. Jason's got a hard-on for a rodent in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
A flea bag motherfucker.
So you take it away, Keith.
Well, obviously yesterday was Groundhog Day, and
that is one of my favorite movies.
It is. I watched it last night.
It is.
I laugh myself silly every time I watch. Bill Murray is just so good in that, man. It's so funny.
And I think it's complete and utter bullshit that this guy...
I love the scene where he's watching Jeopardy and he knows all the answers.
I hope that this fucking groundhog, this fucking rodent, flea bag motherfucker, is not a bet prognosticator, because his fucking bets are terrible.
Yeah.
He's terrible. He's terrible at what he puts out there. He saw a shadow, and we are now fucked with 6 more weeks of winter.
Whoa.
We had some whiteout conditions today here in
Fucking ridiculous.
our neck of the woods.
I'm looking forward to another 6 weeks.
Well, I'm sure you are.
Yes, I am.
Can't wait to get back on that snowmobile, man.
Well, it'll be a little while.
Yeah, come on.
I'll be up there.
Come on, bring it.
I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I don't understand why. That we as a society rely
On a rodent?
on this son of a bitch. This son of a bitch tells us when weather's going to change.
You know, it's tradition.
But I do like the tradition.
It's a fun thing.
Have you ever been there?
No,
I've driven past Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
You
I've
didn't
never
stop in.
I did
for
not.
a,
I did not.
I don't hang out in Gobbler's Knob.
Well, I heard you like the Gobbler's Knob.
I don't hang out there, bud.
The
Or is that Knob Gobbler?
Knob Gobbler. I would like to go. I haven't been there.
I actually would go there. I'm just
You take your snow machine over there.
I could.
How about that?
Or I could just take my car.
I don't think he needs to be on a snow machine.
Come on.
Apparently,
It'll be a little while.
There's a trail that in there from Michigan to Pennsylvania. You
You can
can
make your own trail.
where we're going, we don't need roads.
You know, the funny thing was, I was
You're
up,
like Dr. Emmett Brown from Back to the Future.
I was up in Michigan, first time ever that I've driven there in the wintertime, and there was snow on the ground from Cincinnati all the way to northern Michigan. It was kind of surreal. I was sick of it, but
wow,
we have
you
a-
just
there's a lot of snow.
completely fucking went completely different than
I'm
where
just
we're
telling you, there's a lot of snow out there. I mean, the Ohio is white the whole way, snow on the ground.
So I'm pulling this up real quick. Let's see.
Michigan was white.
So Jill brought up to me, and I didn't realize this. I mean, obviously, I knew it's a tradition, but apparently, all these guys in the top hats,
Yeah.
those are lifelong appointments to take care of.
Are they
Phil.
coveted? Are they coveted?
Apparently,
There you go.
do they
I
get
say
paid?
I don't know. I say we go up there with our own hats and kind of horn in on the.
but yeah. So 2026 more winter, 2025 more winter, 24 early spring, 23 more winter, 2020 early spring, 19 early spring.
I'm told Buckeye Chuck has a better record
Buckeye
of
Chuck.
accuracy.
And I had heard that as well. And that's why I wanted to bring this part up. Fuck Punxsutawney Phil. Fuck him.
You're
Fuck him.
Well, you know, it's one day a year. He gets his due. So
He
I
gets
say
his
let him
due.
have it.
Guy's soundly sleeping in his burrow,
And then
the
the movie Groundhog Day is on all day. So
Great
I
flick.
get to watch
just
it.
a great flick.
So I saw a meme. It was like, you want to fuck everybody up. It's just as soon as he comes out of his burrow, is you just play Groundhog Day again. And every year you just play Groundhog Day the same way.
Can I tell you my favorite thing I saw on the feed today?
Please do.
The Tongva tribe
Yeah.
has confirmed that Billie Eilish's home
Yeah.
They confirmed it.
is
Yeah.
situated on its ancestral land.
Yeah.
They say she has not yet reached out to them regarding her home.
Yeah.
We appreciate the opportunity to provide clarity regarding the recent comments made by Billie Eilish, the tribe said.
Yeah.
As the first people of the greater Los Angeles basin, we do understand that her home is situated on our ancestral land. Eilish has not contacted the tribe directly regarding her
Well,
property.
here she has a chance. She has a chance to put up or shut up.
Put her money where her mouth
Put up
is.
or shut up.
And do you think she's actually going to do?
She's
such?
got
I know
she's got a multi-million-dollar home.
right.
There's five. I mean, you got
$15 million.
You got. I said multi-million. You've got the main house. Then you've got what looks to be maybe a guest house. There's appears to be a large barn. I mean, there's like 5 or 6 buildings on the property. There's like a giant horse corral. I'm sure the Tongva tribe could get a lot of mileage. A nice swimming pool, all fenced in, gated, protected, heavily protected,
Or bathing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
completely.
bathtub.
I mean, her home is completely surrounded by either fence or walls.
I thought walls were bad.
Billy Irish
We're gonna get into
doesn't
that.
have any problem,
Man, I'm so confused. I'm
locking
getting so
herself
many,
away.
getting so many mixed messages by these liberals. Whether now, first of all, let me put this out there. Now, you probably did because you're an influential man of the media. Did you watch the Grammys for show content?
I did not.
You did not.
No, I
thought for sure.
I
that you would
pride
have been a
myself on not
professional,
relying on the Grammys for show content.
But I thought you would have just wanted to have a
No, I saw. Look,
unbiased,
no,
perception.
I really, this is the most time I've spent talking about the Grammys because if she's going to go out there and say something as stupid as that,
Yeah.
which has been making the rounds. Although I did see a clip.
All the fact I
did
saw.
see a clip of the Ozzy Osbourne tribute, which I thought was well done.
All right.
Other than that, I don't give a shit.
Did you, Jason?
These
did you
people,
watch
I couldn't pick these people out of a line.
Well, when I could talk,
You know?
I'll let you.
it? Did you
Now-
watch it?
I saw clips of the Ozzy Osbourne tribute,
Okay.
which I think was awesome. I saw clips of this idiot Billie Eilish and multiple others, but what I liked was Ricky Gervais saying, "Hey, don't come up here and accept your award and talk your political shit. You're getting a fucking award and
That
just
was
take it and go."
that was a past one though. That
I
wasn't
I know it
this
was a past
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
but that
It's
rings true.
Jermaine, yeah. So let me ask you a question because
Gervais.
Yeah, I don't.
It
know.
rings true though, but everybody gets up there.
Can I ask a question to both of you? Who is Billie Eilish? 'Cause I swear to God, I don't know.
I
know who she
before.
Is she a singer?
Yeah.
What can you name me a song she sings?
I cannot.
Title wise, no. I know.
Can you?
I
hum
know
a
her
song?
song.
What? Give me
Well,
one.
I'm not
song.
singing you. I'm not
Just
singing on
sing
this
to me.
podcast.
But
Just
pretend
sing-
like it's
just-
karaoke.
Yeah. Pretend like you're in the shower.
I want you to take a deep breath and you sing
No, I
me a
can't
song.
sing shit, and I can't
So-
take a deep breath.
Exactly.
I
Shut
have
the fuck
heard
up.
the name Billie Eilish before.
No, I know who she is.
But before last night
Who
or
is
or
she?
earlier today, I could not have picked her out of a lineup.
Okay, I don't know who she is, and I feel like
Joe Billy will have.
You're not missing
Joe
it.
Billy will give me a title.
I mean, I think she has
Here and
weird. Does she wear contacts? Is that why her eyes are peculiarly scary color?
No, I saw a list of the winners, and I couldn't pick any of them out
Ooh.
of a lineup.
I'm the Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. I knew Joe Billy would come.
I'm the bad guy.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
If I played it, you may or may. You probably wouldn't. You
No.
might.
Okay, well,
I
Maybe-
saw where
maybe
Turning Point USA announced their lineup for their alternate
Well,
halftime show.
hold on. See, quit jumping the fucking head.
I'm just
he's
saying
just-
what's
we-
popping in my mind.
I
right
told you we had a plan.
now. Okay, what's the plan?
This is why I fucking Jesus motherfucking Christ.
What's the plan?
show the plan and plan the show.
Well, I literally gave him the plan before you got here. And guess what?
Well, Pappas threw me off.
No, it's
you're going to
my
blame it on
fault.
Yes,
Pappas?
I'm gonna
It's
blame it
my
as Pappas'
fault. I
fault.
let him astray.
No, it's the fact that you just don't listen.
squirrel.
You just don't listen.
my rib hurts. Oh.
Oh, really? You'd be in the hospital.
All right,
Let's
since
just get this.
Well, I wouldn't
Let-
have wrecked.
It wasn't wrecked. It
well,
was
since
not
we're
a
going
wreck.
there,
It was a slight mishap.
God bless America.
Slight miss.
You'd be still in the hospital.
Well, I can't help it. You can't control your.
So Roger Goodell believes Bad Bunny
Right.
understands the Super Bowl platform is meant to unite amid ICE outcry.
Oh, give me a break.
So
Wait, what is it? Any business of Roger Goodell having to do with ICE?
that's
What that is not
That-
the mission of the NFL. Is
That's a
it?
question the owners of the NFL should
mean,
ask. The
that is
commissioner.
correct.
That if I was a team owner, I'd be saying, "What the fuck does this mean?"
I would, if I was an owner, I would probably ask the commissioner because I'm pretty sure he's hired by the other owners. I'm fairly certain
he
that
serves
is.
at the pleasure of the owner.
And I would be like, dude, you're making our. But look, hey, I get it from guys. Look, I gotta be fair. I had to remind somebody the Super Bowl was this weekend. That's how disinterested it seems people are. I'll probably get some food, maybe some dip, maybe do my, you know what, it'd be a good time to practice with my air fryer. But that aside, I don't really care about the game. I mean, the commercials used to be something to watch, but they haven't been for a number of years. So I'm not going to watch Bad Bunny, and I'm not going to want to watch Bad Bunny. If it was somebody a little more mainstream, but I guess I guess the simple truth is, guys, we're not the demographics. We have the NFL's decided that, we are either old or fat and whatever, that we're not the demographics. So the demographics now, they're going to the younger international type. I mean, they've been playing games in Europe. They want to expand the league to Europe. There's no secret about that. So maybe this is the direction they're going.
What Super Bowl is this, Keith?
60.
Super Bowl 60?
60.
So
how did I know that?
Super Bowls have been around for the vast
true?
majority of my life.
Someone check that.
So even 20 or 30 years ago, when I was in the demographic they're trying to attract, I had no interest in a Super Bowl show then. I'm interested in the game. I want to see the game for my entertainment purposes. The Super Bowl show, I couldn't care less.
So NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell addressed questions about
60.
Bad Bunny possibly making a political statement during the Super Bowl 60 halftime show and U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement operations during his press conference on Monday. And I watched a little bit of this press conference. But last year, Bad Bunny was chosen as a Super Bowl halftime show performer despite his scathing criticism of ICE. The Puerto Rican music star won the Grammy Award for Album of the Year and had more criticism of ICE on stage in Los Angeles. So he used his Grammy platform to start talking shit. Now, you, in a former podcast a little bit ago, talked out his fucking lyrics, which we had no idea what it was. But Goodell says, listen, Bad Bunny is, and I think that was demonstrated last night, one a great artist in the world. That's one of the reasons we chose him, Goodell said. But the other reason is he understood the platform he was on, and this platform is used to unite people and to be able to bring people together with their creativity, their talents, and to be able to use this moment to do that. And I think artists in the past have done that. So Goodell is just
what
is fucking delusional.
Yeah, because let me ask you, do you feel, or put this way, are you going to watch it and feel united by this guy?
No, because and where it came up,
he's going to wear a dress.
Where it came up earlier is no, I'm going to switch over either to YouTube or the other platforms.
Turning Point.
Where Turning Point is going to
Kid Rock
put their stuff out, which is the All-American halftime show.
Right.
Kid Rock headlining. You got Brantley Gilbert. I had the other three.
Doesn't matter. I mean,
but
the point is it attracts your interest, and you're like, you know what, that aligns more with my values. I'm going to watch that.
And I want to be able to see what the ratings of halftime shows in the past, to be able to compare it to this year when people tune out, go over and watch Turning Points, and then come back to the game. You're going to see a huge fucking dip, and I promise you that's going to happen.
I hope so, but we'll wait and see. I mean, who knows?
I don't know how we get. I mean,
I'm
sure we can probably figure out a way to get it, but yeah, the All American halftime show. Now that it is officially announced that it is actually happening, because people are pissed. People were pissed about Bad Bunny, and we talked about it probably a month ago.
Whatever.
Is that when he recited the lyrics? Probably a month ago.
About a month ago.
It's probably about a month ago.
You're not doing it again, are you? Because I see what's on your screen. You're not going to do it again.
I know. I'm just.
Don't do it again.
Well, the thing is, all that stuff about, bringing people together and all that's fine. But when you sing about essentially raping women and how much they enjoy it, is that? Are we supposed to all coalesce around that? Are we supposed to all celebrate that?
I guess.
Are we all supposed to say, hey, he's Puerto Rican, rock on, brother. I mean, is that?
I guess we're
Jill Billy said, Dan reading Bad Bunny lyrics was one of the best days of my life, and I will never be the same.
I won't be the same either in a bad way. But look, I mean, I guess we are just, not cool, hip enough, whatever the word might be. Now, I did have someone suggest, and I disagreed vehemently. They said, they said the same thing about Elvis. I'm like, no, this is a little different. I mean, it's a little bit different. You could say that Elvis gyrating his hips at the time in the 50s was, considered taboo and radical and blah, blah, blah.
I defy anyone.
He was a fucking veteran.
I defy anyone to find me one single time that the F-bomb escaped Elvis's lips.
No, they're just saying their point was it's like the people at the time were outraged that Elvis was on TV at Sullivan's show, and they disagreed with his hips and how he moved and blah 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 blah. I think that there is a line you cross, and when you have lyrics that discuss what Dan was talking about, that just has no redeeming value whatsoever. It's not expanding my mind. It's not doing anything. It's actually doing the opposite of that. It's actually corrupting your mind. It's actually, it's corrupting society. I think, devaluing, demeaning society. The other thing is when you have to dress in a dress just to cover up your lack of talent, that says a lot, and like I said before, and I don't want to belabor the point, but that one show, look, I got to be honest with you. I know probably 2 or 3 Snoop Dogg songs. Shocker here, right?
Snoop Dogg did a great job.
But at that game he played,
Gin and Juice, I know that one.
I know Gin and Juice.
Laid back.
That was our Super Bowl that we were in.
No, but he did a
that was amazing.
He did a Detroit game with Botticelli and a couple people this year.
That was
and it was great.
It was a Thursday night game.
You want to talk about uniting people? That was all sorts of genres. He were united in one show. You tell me the genre that's going to be united with Bad Bunny over there, singing in his dress with his painted nails. I mean, the guy is whatever. I'm just not going to watch. I don't have to watch. Thankfully, today's technology, I can just turn on. I could just turn on a different channel and let the libs watch that shit.
And that's where I'm going to switch over to wherever. I think it's YouTube. I know Turning Point's doing their All American halftime show. To YouTube, and then whatever affiliate. It might be Hulu or something else, but you have the ability to get there.
Yeah, very easily.
And that's exactly where I'm going to go.
Very, very easily.
I'm not watching this Bad Bunny bullshit. It's just not happening.
So do you know what do you want to know what the cost this year is for a 30-second spot during the Super Bowl?
$10 million.
It's averaging around $8 million. It has reached the premium slots. John, how they determine premium slots? Like later in the game? I mean, you're in the biz,
close to halftime, right after halftime.
Okay, so those are reaching
that would be my guess.
10 million. And so for 30 seconds, you're going to see a lot of companies plunking down a lot of money. So however long the halftime show is, probably 15 minutes, 20. That's gonna be 20 minutes.
I think they go a half an hour for the Super Bowl.
They might.
For a Super Bowl, they go half.
So it's a half an hour at let's say $8 million a 30-second spot, $16 million a minute. That's money I'm not gonna that's lost revenue for them, because I'm not that I'm the demographic, but I'm not gonna be watching.
No, I'll be hitting the buffet about that time.
Where are you gonna be watching the game? Home, or you go to party? I mean, not to get too personal here.
I'll choose not to disclose.
Okay,
thank you.
But you're gathering with folks to watch.
He's choosing not to disclose because I probably hasn't been invited to that.
Well, but my point is, you're choosing to watch it with people, and that's good. That's cool. Super Bowl parties.
I may not watch it with people.
Well, my point is, Super Bowl parties are as American as apple pie. I personally, I prefer to get. I'll probably get a couple of pizza pies and sit at the house and, watch alone with the fam, the dogs. But we don't.
You're going to make your own, aren't you, with your new pizza oven?
It's awful cold outside. I don't know if you noticed the weather. So
if you notice the weather,
And I will tell you that I did find my new favorite pizza
I
place.
grilled out a couple of times.
This isn't fucking pizza.
No, I know, it's
Beijing
not
with
pizza.
peppers.
It's
Just
not
saying,
pizza,
it's not too cold to cook outside.
It's a bit chilly outside.
Nah, it's not that bad.
Okay.
You
No,
know,
it's fucking terrible.
I guess
outside.
if you're soft, it's bad.
Well,
So.
I
Yeah.
wasn't
Well,
the one-
guess what?
I
I'm
wasn't-
soft. I'm soft as shit.
I wasn't the one lamenting the road conditions on the way here. So
You literally you have the confines of your house for your show prep,
Yeah.
your vehicle to get to the studio,
yes,
the radio studio.
and this dude.
Well, what's your point?
So when you're calling people soft,
By the
but
way,
people have to work outside in it.
by the way, yes.
It's a little different.
By the way,
No.
How much fire hose did you pick up yesterday?
Not saying anything.
0.
did you have had a run yesterday?
He called me soft.
You
No,
are?
you
In our
said
earlier
if you're
text
soft. You said
Oh,
if
in
No,
our-
I said no. I referred to Pappas as being soft.
in a text message. Okay. You didn't bring that out
because
to
you were.
everybody.
Well, you were on that. You were on that text.
Dan just for the just for the listeners. Dan was lamenting if he could get here today because we had 1 to 3 inches of snow and he wasn't sure that he could survive getting here.
I know.
Were you aware of the forecast earlier?
It was like
Was
the light
that-
up.
Did I get something wrong? Did I misspeak?
The forecast was for 1 to 3 inches of snow.
Okay, and
I was driving to the radio station.
here he goes because I heard
Here
this.
we
on
The snow was coming down.
It's coming down.
Next,
Arr.
almost whiteout conditions.
almost white out conditions. I could barely see
Visibility less than a quarter mile.
that. You weren't driving a plane. You
Yeah,
were driving
exactly.
A car.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So when visibility is down like that, you don't go 80 miles an hour and get right up on someone's ass.
Yes, you do.
You don't.
Yes, you do. They shouldn't be on
Well,
the
if
road.
if you're a dick, then you do.
Oh, was I the guy you were talking about driving? No,
Or, I don't know. Was that? I know it wasn't your car.
Let me explain something.
I know there wasn't a Tesla
do you
that's
know-
coming up behind me.
Do you know who I Tesla SUV? Do you know who I get the most annoyed about in this weather? And maybe people around, since this is nationwide with the weather, people in like front wheel drive cars that think they can do anything in the snow. They're like front wheel drive. I'm like, and they're going 2 miles an hour with their flashers on the freeway. I'm like, you should stay home if you're not comfortable in driving these conditions.
I'm perfectly fine driving in
Stay
these conditions.
home.
It's the other people.
Well,
Oh my god.
they'll get out of your way if you come up on them hard enough. That's my.
I knew this is where this was going to go.
Anyway, that's our lament about
And then I thought, I'm thinking,
Oh, here we go.
still going.
if this keeps up, and it didn't keep up the way the forecasters had predicted.
Like Punxsutawney Phil was wrong.
You
They
can't.
did- I'm
you
just
can't lean
saying.
back like you normally do.
I'm just saying it didn't keep up the way they were predicting. And I thought
You might
at
be
3
late.
o'clock when my shift is over, I'm going to hit the road again. All these numbnuts who don't know how to drive are going to be out here. They're going to be spinning around. You'll be trying to go 80 miles an hour. All
60.
this shit.
60.
3 inches of snow on the ground.
It melted pretty quick.
It did. So
He's already forecast.
Except
He's
all I was saying
forecasting
was
shit
that
before it
I could
actually
easily. I
happened.
mean, I've made that drive before in the snow. It's easily taken more than 2 hours.
expect in
bad
in
conditions.
Jason's driveway, it was quite snowy, and I have slushy. So
Yeah.
I'd like to complain.
Yeah, because I don't.
You did
Well,
not
I
shovel
don't-
the drive.
I don't-
I also got my
I don't
drive
shovel
shoveled
the driveway.
I know you. don't
after I got
shovel
home
the
this afternoon.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, good man.
Good work.
Want to do another?
No.
Hey, what's amazing as we're talking about snow and ice is how about the fucking ice commander being denied service at a fucking gas station.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see this one?
Homan?
No. Bovino.
Oh, where was he? I thought they moved him out of Wisconsin or.
So they did. So a
Minneapolis.
string of recent incidents in which ICE agents and Department of Homeland Security leadership have been refused service at corporate gas stations and hotel chains has raised questions about whether private businesses can lawfully deny service to federal law enforcement officers. So Bovino, I'm trying to find. Yeah. So if you're watching, I got a picture up in case you don't know who he is. I think he probably should be, but apparently he was in a speedway.
Oh yeah, this is a
And-
few weeks old. This is I don't know the date on this, but I did hear about Speedway stepping in it.
But yeah, completely stepping in it. And the guy was like, it's a privately, I don't know how Speedway works. Like if they're all franchise or however it works. But he was like, I don't care if it's illegal or not. I know who you are. I don't like you. Get the fuck out.
Okay.
And literally like escorted him out. So
Well,
like,
I could tell you a hotel in Minnesota that's lamenting that decision because I saw a picture.
Oh, which one was that?
It was
Shit,
a.
I just saw it.
It was like a something by Hilton, and I can't remember because they're all kind of the same now. But they took the next day. Hilton, I believe it was Hilton, took all the signage off the place. They lost their franchise, and now there's nobody there. So, good luck to you. Speedway probably. What's the date on that? It's updated February 3rd.
Well, today's February 3rd is this article.
Right.
I don't support ICE. Gas station refusal ignites debate over denying service to federal agents. Gregory Bovino was followed out of a Speedway store by manager who said I don't care if this is illegal.
Okay, well, he might care because it's probably going to violate. If it is a franchise, I don't know how gas stations are set up, but I don't know if it's a
Speedway anyway.
Yeah, I don't know if you buy. Well, but I don't know if you buy an area. I have no idea how it works, but probably in your terms of being part of the Speedway brand is you can't deny because think if he denied based on race, sex, whatever,
right?
Be slapped with a lawsuit pretty quickly.
Exactly.
So, I mean, personally, it's a dumb move, and I'd like to see if this happened fairly recently, and I think it did. I'd like to see that is correct. Speedway, I think, got bought by 7-Eleven. I think you're right.
Yes,
if you discriminate against Christians, it's perfectly fine.
Well, only if you go in their church
Yeah.
and say you're a journalist.
Yeah,
and you're black. And then you can go on every talk show and say that you're being wrongly prosecuted.
and then you can say you're gay.
Oh, by the way, I have
You can throw gay in there.
I got to throw a shout out to you guys. So as last show, I was not here, but I did watch bits and pieces. And when you were reading the arrest transcript that that you were reading online, or who read it for you? It was you were reading the arrest transcript from New York on Don Lemon.
Oh, Don Lemon,
and that was from who gave you that?
Well, he
was
got
Zeke Arkham provided that.
Yes, Zeke.
Yeah, it was Zeke.
We had
which we have a Zeke video later.
I got to tell you, I almost pissed myself. That was so damn funny. That little. I brought my own soap. The whole 9 yard.
That was Zeke.
That was Zeke.
He got the transcript.
I literally almost pissed myself because it was so funny. And he's like, "Where are the showers?" And they're like, "I'm sorry, there's a holding cell. There's no showers." And he's like, "Damn it,
Shit, I'm ready.
I'm ready."
I've already taken my own clothes off, and you haven't even told me.
That was absolute gold. So
it's not a prison; it's a holding cell.
So I know you don't have the clips of it, but he's been on every talk show, and the idiots at the View were all rallying around Don Lemon, saying how he's really being persecuted by the Trump administration just because he's Don Lemon, and I just find it.
I like the fact you call him Lemon.
Well, he was indicted by a jury of his peers, but if you watch ABC, CBS, or NBC News, you have no clue that happened because there was no mentions by any of those networks.
Zero.
Right across the board.
Zero
mention. ABC, CBS, NBC, zeros across the board. So they don't want to cover the Don Lemon story, which is, look, I don't care. It's not for me to judge. Was he part of the protest? Was he a leader of it? Was he just there doing his journalistic duty? I wasn't there. I don't know what happened.
I'm just judging.
I'm perfectly fine with letting a court decide.
But it's fine if he's there doing his journalistic duty, whether it's a podcaster, because he's obviously not part of a fucking network.
No,
but his own podcast, that's fine doing that. But he
crossed the line.
He was actually aggressive.
Not only was he aggressive, the problem is this is all on video. So this is all on his own video. Right?
Yeah.
And prior knowledge, he coordinated with them. He collaborated with them.
Yeah. He didn't just fall into that church.
No. And then he wasn't just driving. He said, "Hey, look, they're going into a church. Let's go see what." That's not what happened.
Right.
The other thing is he also then, if you watch the video, he's buying them coffee and donuts and thanking them for going. And he was asked to leave several times by the pastor and did not leave.
Yeah.
So he is going to get slapped. Hopefully he gets slapped pretty hard. I know grandmothers, I know elderly Christian women that prayed at abortion clinics that were sent to jail for far less than he did. And
I know somebody that may or may not have been there January 6th and got fucking put in jail.
Yeah. But no,
as an elderly.
Yeah, but this particular federal law that they've prosecuted with was designed to keep people from praying and preventing you from going into an abortion clinic, but it also included churches. So that's the second part of the law that he's getting slapped with, that he's too stupid to understand law, because he says, well, First Amendment right, you have a right, First Amendment right. No, you don't. You really don't. So to do that in a place of worship because they have the right to gather, and you're interrupting that. So the funniest thing about all this is hopefully he'll be tried and held to account. And the other thing I hope, 100%. And then the other thing I hope is that, I hope one of the parishioners in there sues him civilly. I really do. That he traumatized them, or he interrupted their right to worship. And I hope they sue the shit out of him, because that's how he's made his money, is suing radio stations that he's been terminated from, or TV stations he's been terminated from.
I wonder how many, or if he would barge into a mosque with the same bravado.
Not even a chance. Give me a break. Would
Just
you
saying.
love to see that?
I'm
Would you
just saying,
love to see that?
Or a synagogue. I mean,
Sitting there in front of the imam going,
Yeah.
so yeah, you want us to leave? I mean, they wouldn't even ask him to leave. They just bust his head wide open.
So I'm glad you brought up our buddy Zeke Arkham, because he has put out a subsequent post, and this one is, I would say, equally entertaining. And it just so happens that it was one of your former girlfriends, Andrew, that Zeke was responding to.
He said, "Oh, you injured, and you're freaking taking shots at me."
Let's see what this one's all about. This is more classic Zeke Arkham.
Turn this volume down.
You say it, we play it. Here we go.
You say it, we play it.
Look at this guy.
Oh my!
Agents are the type of guys that didn't even peak in high school. They didn't even peak in high school. Oof.
Why is it every time I make a conscious decision, I'm going to try to start being nice on this app? Something like this happens, and then it brings the mean out of me. I'm trying not to be mean to people anymore. Baby steps. I'm trying. Okay, there's like a 12-step program I'm in. I'm trying to be nice to people. Okay, you can't keep making videos like this and expect me to keep my promise. Please stop. Speaking of which, Shamu, I mean, when was the last time you peaked? We're not talking about the time you shut down the buffet line at the Golden Corral. We're not talking about the time that you ate the 72-ounce steak with all the sides and all the hors d'oeuvres and all that in under an hour and you got it for free. When was the last time you peaked? What have you ever done in your life, Moon Pie, where you can say, you know what, I'm proud of what I did? Nothing, right? Well, then shut up. ICE agents are doing their job in this country, and they're doing the right thing by this country. They're kicking people out who are here illegally and have criminal warrants. They're not going after Consuela, who's just hanging out in an apartment somewhere. They're going after people with actual criminal warrants, and you're beefing about that, probably because you're hungry. All right, get some sugar in your system. Well, no, you got too much sugar in your system. Get some actual good carbs, some nice slow burning carbs in your system. You're gonna be all right. All right. Zeke Arkham got your 6. Bye.
Zeke Arkham got your 6. When's the last time you peaked? Besides going through the buffet line at the Golden Corral.
He is so funny.
And he is
so funny.
And he is not fucking wrong.
my
He is not
God.
wrong with anything that he fucking says with that type of shit.
So she was cracking on people that wear the ICE uniform, talking about, I guess, how inadequate they are, because these are people who didn't even peak in high school. Is that what she was saying? Is that the point she was trying to make?
I guess.
About how inept and inadequate and physically inadequate they are.
She did peek in the fridge. That was
I mean, my
true
God.
statement.
Yeah, but she does fill up that frame though. From that, that
she's a lot of woman.
Can
She's
we?
a lot of woman.
Since we're jumping around, but
Zeke is the best.
Can I make a comment on one thing that Zeke said that I wanted to, because I got into it with not got into it. Somebody
yeah,
made
you
somebody,
did.
somebody
You got into it
no,
with somebody. Come
somebody
on.
made a. I didn't really, because I just ended it. But somebody made a comment to me privately on my feed, and he said, I've had run-ins with ICE, and they're the worst of the worst, and they're
for
not
God's
trained,
sake.
and these guys are not as good as you say. And I'm sitting here thinking, and then I shared with you guys a video today of a black ICE agent that's being called the N-word by protesters. Right? They're calling him a house N-word. And these people are being thrown at, the pressure of the left and the Karen, the quintessential Karen that comes down the street. It's like, I've got a right to be here. I've got a right to be here. And he's like, ma'am, step back. You can't tell me to step back. She's over there just freaking fomenting. But anyway, my point is, name me a government agency, or any agency for that matter, that has 100% proficiency in what they do.
Oh, you said 100%.
I mean, I'm asking you seriously a question.
Well, we ran the numbers.
You ran the number a couple
ago,
and the percentages were remarkably high, and that's my point. So this person that
remarkably high of doing a great job.
Doing a great job. Are they perfect? No.
No.
Are there going to be mistakes? Yes. But
I would say, and the numbers equate to, if memory serves,
it was very low.
It was about 1
out of
in
1,000,
almost 14, almost 15,000.
Okay,
shy
so
of 15,000.
It was a remarkably
so
low number.
15,000 arrests. You have one that's questionable.
Right?
That's a pretty good ratio right there.
So my point is that the left sits here, and Zeke mentioned it. She's saying something about ICE agents, blah 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 blah, whatever. But the left sits here. They create these conditions where these guys have to, they don't let them sleep. They're outside their hotels, beaten on whatever. They harass them constantly. And then if there's one instance where the guy either, and I'm not talking about the shootings here, but I'm saying, like, oh, today I heard on the news, they pulled their guns on people that were tracing them. There were no shots fired, but they pulled their guns. How dare they pull their guns? I'm like, you know what? You're creating the very conditions that you're fomenting a bad thing to happen. And then you're turning the cameras around when you see a bad thing happen. Dude, name me. The U.S. Army doesn't do things perfectly. Your police don't do things perfectly. Does that mean, by your argument, we shouldn't have an army? We shouldn't have a defense? We shouldn't have police? There is no perfect system out there. There's no one is perfect all the time. And it pisses me off that the left gets away with trying to say, well, ICE isn't perfect, so we shouldn't have them. That's just a stupid argument. It's ridiculous. It doesn't go in their own personal lives because they're not perfect. Look at them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go in the real world. There's nothing perfect out there. So I don't know why we're trying to hold ICE to some bullshit standard that doesn't exist and isn't realistic to try to attain.
And what's frustrating is I know not many ICE agents, but I know a lot of police officers. And the standard that you're held to, and you're told you're held to a higher standard. Like, that's the quote. Same thing with the fire department, but police officers, you have these ICE officers that you have these people that are saying, oh, well, they're just, they're the bottom of the barrel. They're scraping it.
Yeah, right.
Blah, 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 blah. They went through a training course. So, and obviously they passed. If they're out on the streets, and when you bring in that Preddy shooting,
mm-hmm.
2 Hispanics, the ICE agents were 2 Hispanics that shot him. So Hispanic origin. I don't know exactly, the whole breakdown of it. But they all went through, to be able to be put out on the street, they all went through a training program. Whether it's to the standards of, the general public, that's not the general public's issue. It's HSI, it's fucking Homeland Security, it's Border Patrol. However, they're putting all these, because all 3 of those intertwined together. I don't know what the training program is, what that training academy is. Like, if Dan wanted to go, he's like, hey, I'm going to be an ICE agent. I don't know what that training consists of.
I don't think they'd take him.
But they pass a test.
They take you.
And they pass multiple tests.
Well, I served my country when I was young.
All right, I'm done.
That was young, but I was saying, Jason,
I'm done.
Well, no, Jason makes a good point, but let me point this out.
I'm done talking.
Let me point this out.
You guys are dicks.
There's so many people like Billie Eilish and all these numbnuts at the Grammys. who think that this is what's going on in Minneapolis is the way that it has to be. Well, it doesn't have to be that way. Let me relate to you something that happened just this past week. ICE arrested nearly 700 illegal aliens in West Virginia.
Yep. Didn't see that.
But here's the difference. They had the help of local law enforcement.
Yep.
Shows a stark contrast between what goes on there and what goes on in Minnesota. So ICE announced it on Friday, 650 illegals, including those who engaged in child sex abuse, drug possession, endangering the welfare of children, and other offenses. Teams from ICE in Philadelphia performed the operation, deploying to 6 cities in West Virginia, and arrested these illegal aliens who present dangers to national security and public safety, as well as those who entered the United States illegally or have otherwise undermined, I should say, the integrity of immigration law. When state and local law enforcement work with ICE, immigration enforcement is seamless. It largely takes place, or all of it takes place, behind closed doors between law enforcement professionals. And that's why the public never hears about it. ICE Director Todd Lyons told the Federalist. On the other hand, when law enforcement agencies refuse to turn over public safety threats, it forces ICE to arrest criminals and illegal aliens in the public. These arrests are going to happen regardless. So for state and local police, it makes more sense to keep the public safe and conserve resources by working with us instead of against us.
Amen.
So what we're seeing in Minneapolis is only because jazz hands Tim Walz and that this soy boy mayor, what's his name? Frey, whatever the fuck his name is.
Free or Fry?
Fry.
Because they want a virtue signal to their base, number one, and they also want to have, look at the shiny object over here and don't look at the billions of dollars of fraud that we have turned a blind eye to and given our tacit approval to in the Somalian community.
Well, I can't disagree with any of that. And
700 people arrested
without incident.
Actually,
without incident.
And without the press there.
I saw that yesterday, and I'm glad you grabbed that.
Yeah, and you know, this, wow, it goes smoothly when the police cooperate, and you know, they keep the crowd away probably from. I would have to say, though, I think the crowd in West Virginia is probably substantially different than the crowd in Minnesota.
Well, and that's it, but that's huge. That's huge because when you look at the demographic of that section, that little quadrant of the country, versus going up into a complete blue state.
Oh yeah,
it's going to change. And then when you go to California, it's going to be completely different.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
West Virginia handles their shit.
Yeah, I'm surprised there were that many. Actually, I was surprised there's that many in West Virginia.
I would go hide there. That's a first place I would fucking go. I wouldn't go to a fucking major city.
There's probably,
if I was illegal.
There's probably a lot of
so number one, in West Virginia, when an illegal commits a crime, they arrest them and they hold them
for an ICE detainer.
Okay. When ICE comes to arrest them,
they accept that. Okay.
Guess what? They come in, they make the arrest, they leave. I mean that's
bang boom. Pretty fucking simple.
It's all pretty simple.
And it's funny you mentioned that because we were just talking before the show about the governor, how screwed Virginia is, and she just let a guy go, even though he's a alleged murderer, and they let him go. The governor got involved, let him go because she didn't want him released to ICE. And there is a detainer on the guy, and he allegedly killed his stepdaughter or something like that.
Yeah.
And they let him go.
Just let him out.
Let him out. So I would tell you this. If you have business or you live in Virginia, I'd probably be looking to move because your state's about to go straight to the shitter the way New York City is going straight to the shitter, given what we've seen with
Virginia.
We're gonna hit our sponsor real quick, and then we'll be right back.
Hi, everyone. Dan Carroll here. Time to tell you about a great new sponsor for the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast. It's Murphy Engraving. Murphy Engraving is the place to go for your business, industrial, and personal engraving needs. Take a look at the Murphy Engraving page on Facebook. And you're going to see all kinds of unique items that really seem to take on a life of their own because they've been customized with an image, a name, or a logo, and all of it just really beautifully done. The acrylic sports awards that light up are especially creative and very cool. The customized bottles of bourbon, those are my personal favorite. And wait till you see what they can do with items that are made out of wood. The next time you want to recognize someone special or you're looking for that one-of-a-kind gift, you'll be glad you checked out Murphy Engraving. And a bonus, you're supporting a local family-owned business run by brothers Brian and Kevin, who was a lifetime firefighter and Air Force vet. At Murphy Engraving, they turn the ordinary into the extraordinary, and at Murphy Engraving, we are American-made. So there you go. And by the way, we were talking about West Virginia, and then I think you brought up Virginia, where they're going to have an absolute mess there too. And have you heard about the new taxes that the governor?
Oh God!
And the Democrats.
Oh God!
In Virginia.
Here's
a
terrible.
Wrote down this list.
Here's a partial list. Okay, there's 50 new taxes that have been proposed. 50.
Jesus.
Let's see. New personal property tax on electric leaf blowers and other electric landscaping equipment. Large employer tax. Gun and ammunition tax. New income tax brackets. Delivery tax for Amazon, Uber Eats, FedEx, UPS, and other orders in Northern Virginia.
God.
Investment income tax.
That one got you.
Event tax. Storage facility
All
tax.
of these get me.
Gym membership tax. A dog walking tax.
That one doesn't get me.
A dog grooming tax. A counseling tax. What? I mean, a counseling tax. So what? If you get counsel for legal affairs, for your finances, for your marriage, you get counseling for what else do you get counseling for?
How about the fact
mental deficiencies?
Yeah. How about the fact that I've been a public servant for 26 years and I have some issues and you're going to tax me on it?
Apparently. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Because literally anywhere there's money changing hands, they want their piece of that pie. Digital personal prop. What is digital personal property tax?
Probably someone explained that.
Is that like that commercial? That's a digital commercial that we created.
Digital personal property
would
tax.
they seek to tax that?
Probably.
What's the tax on?
If you're buying like songs or stuff off the internet, that's digital property. They'd probably be like, okay, you're buying whatever.
What the fuck?
New car taxes and highway use fees. Good. Increase in the hotel tax in Arlington.
Great.
Statewide speed cameras, not a tax, but if they catch you, they catch you speeding on your snowmobile or something, then on the cameras,
vehicle repair tax. So don't fix it.
A home repair tax.
Don't fix it.
If you fix something in your house,
this next one
really pisses me off.
And the dry cleaning.
Dry cleaning. For those that weren't aware, Pappas is the
when I brought my
cleaning
shirts,
entrepreneur.
When I brought my shirts to your dry cleaning business, did I have to pay a tax on that? I mean, I understand that there's sales tax and all that.
Other than sales tax, no.
But for the purposes of dry cleaning,
are you shitting me?
Listen, that's great. Let me tell you something. These people, congratulations, Virginia. You went from Youngkin, who was
Abigail
a great governor, to this Spam Bauer, whatever her name is. I don't care. You know, we talked about it several times. Elections have consequences.
Yeah, you bought it. You bought all that shit.
You buys it, you own it. And you know what? I hope it sucks. I hope you have buyer's remorse. And the funny thing is that she's only been in office like a month. They did all this shit right off. They just did it right off.
Is absolutely
that's not even 50 things. That's not 50 things.
No, that's it's partial list.
I love the home repair tax. So something break. Here's the deal. So you got a house in Virginia, right? And something breaks, right? Something breaks.
No, I used to have an apartment in Virginia, but I don't anymore. Thank God.
But my point is, you let's just say that you're sitting there and you get hit with.
Now you just got one in Mount Washington.
You sit there and something breaks on your house. So you're hit with a bill. And they're going to come along and tax you on it. So who's that going to hurt worse? The low income or the upper income? You tell me who that hurts.
You know who it's going to hurt? It's going to hurt the guy, the contractor that comes to repair. You got a hole in your drywall, you got a leaky pipe, you got Whatever can go wrong.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
And there's money going between you and the contractor. Look, the contractor's already got to pay taxes on whatever he earns, but now there's an additional tax.
There's a fee on, there's a line item on there that's
because you had a home repair,
right? And that hurts who? It's going to hurt your lower income worse.
Sure, it does.
Because you're like, you know what? I can't. Most people aren't happy and be like, oh, hey, just replace that water heater. I knew it was at the end. Don't worry about it. Replace it anyway.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna hit. Yeah. I'm happy. Oh, I get a new water heater. No one fucking says that. You're pissed off, and especially if you weren't expecting it. And you can't afford it. And then on top of that, you're going to hit with whatever fee this freaking numbnut in Virginia decides. I hope everybody leaves the fucking state. You voted for it. Enjoy it.
And the thing is, what's going to happen to the vast majority of this money? It's going to be gobbled up, and there's going to be fraud as far as the eye can see.
That's, you know what? That was a good point that you brought up before.
It's definitely not going into community funds.
But look at when Joe Biden was president. What did he want to do? He wanted to have. If you're on Venmo or one of the other sites where you can pay money, between family members, friends, for whatever purpose,
Cash App, fucking Zelle.
If there was an expenditure of $600,
you had to report it.
Yeah, that they want that examined. They want to get their fingers in there.
God forbid you have a fucking daycare center in Minnesota and you're getting millions of dollars to take care of kids that don't
nothing
go
to
there.
See here.
We're not going to look at that.
Nothing. You're a racist. You're a racist.
How dare you question?
You want to look at that fraud? You are a fucking racist.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, you hate Somalis?
No,
is that what it is? You hate Somalis. That's what it is. You hate Somalis.
And this Nick
So
Shirley.
that's $600 over there. We can't let that pass without a thorough examination. But the billions and billions of fraud. I saw where the Leering Center they had a U-Haul track.
The Leering Center
backed up there the other day.
And how are those people going to get by without that Leering Center?
Where are all the parents complaining about their kids who no longer have daycare services?
The thing is though, we don't.
There's a goddamn constant in there.
The fraud is just astronomical, and it makes me sick because we don't have a income problem. We have a spending problem. Actually, no one wants to fix it. Nobody wants to fix it.
I'm gonna hit your girl here in a second, but this is I'm not trying to throw Shirley like under the bus, but we got somebody else that's doing the same shit, which I love it because we need more of them. But this fucking video is amazing. Somebody having the balls to go and ask the questions with a microphone, little mini mic. So you guys just rolled right into that.
All right, I love this.
Clearance to keep you on the fringes of the demonstration today. Do you have clearance from the police to do that? No, that is not who we're working. What's your name? I'm not going to give you my name. I'm just letting you know that we are not going to allow you to go into the crowd at all. I have a right to be over here. So I'm going to exercise my right to move freely, okay? Okay. Your security clearance that you don't have from the police does not overstep my rights, right? Yeah, you're allowed to interview people on the fringes, on the outskirts, on the periphery of the demonstration. Well, I'm allowed to be here, period. Yeah, right where you are. Awesome. Yes. Well, I'm going to be walking. Yeah, school project. And they're following like they were last time, claiming that they have security clearances, which they do not. Excuse me, sir. Would you like to do an interview about why you're out here protesting ICE? Oh. Right. Don't, again, now you're impeding my right to movement. So I would like your name. I would like your name. I would like his name. And I would like your name. Because right now there's for you, that's a federal crime. This is a conspiracy to impede my freedom of movement. That's a federal crime. So what's your name? And what organization gave you the clearance to impede my right to movement? Any answers? What organization gives you a clearance to impede my right to move freely on public property? There's 4 right now. That is conspiracy. That's a federal crime. So we have your face, and I'm guessing you know these people. What's your name? Okay.
Exactly right.
So,
wow,
it's a public sidewalk.
Real freedom fighters there.
That is a public sidewalk, and what is with their little armband, a little cute armband they're all wearing? I thought armbands were bad.
I played that video in the fact that 2 out of the 4 were masked
Yeah.
and didn't want to be known. But this guy, and for the audio listeners, this guy is in a public space for a
Public space is right.
there's a protest going on. He wanted to interview people, and they said you can't get outside of the fringe. And when he started to push through, they just kind of kept pushing him out.
Blocking him out, yes.
And
You can't do that.
not that he's a Nick Shirley, but he's another Nick Shirley that is actually trying to pull this shit out. And these guys, they're like, well, we're the security. He was like, well, who told you that you are actually allowed to be security? Did the police? Nope.
No.
Sure not.
It's funny that these are the people who, again, I'm talking about the people who are protesting out there actively in the streets in Minneapolis.
We're definitely playing this one.
If you talk to them, do you think they would be in favor of open borders? That they'd be like Billie Eilish,
No
we don't want
walls.
to have any borders.
No walls.
You know what they're doing in the neighborhoods there?
Yeah. Speaking of no walls, I know
They're-
exactly what they're doing.
They're putting up barricades. They're blocking off
Ooh,
streets.
They're
and then
putting up walls.
putting up walls, and then when cars come through,
You have to show what, Dan?
you got to show your papers.
I
You
thought
got to
they were,
show.
wait a second. You mean you have to show like an ID that shows that you're not ICE?
This was perfect
Wait
when
a
you sent this to me. This was fucking.
This is
They-
what they're doing.
But I thought they didn't like if ICE asked for your papers, that was bad. But
No,
if
they
they asked
don't-
for your papers,
yeah,
that's good.
Jason's got pictures of it right there, and we saw these guys. They also how much complaining have we heard about these ICE agents who are wearing masks? Number one, because
You don't need to know who I am.
they don't want to be doxxed, and then number two, it's cold outside, so it makes sense to. I mean, you were riding your snowmobile with a face covering on.
Yeah, because it was
It's cold as shit.
It's cold, but I love this. Just the whole irony
Yeah.
of this.
I love the statement that you put on your Facebook post. Wait a second. I thought checking ID was wrong. I'm so confused.
I'm confused a lot these days. I really am. I'm very confused.
No, you're right. You can't have it fucking 2 fucking ways, you ass fucking clowns. I'm telling you right now, please, if you are listening to this podcast
Mhm.
or watching it, you can't have it both ways, you fucking douchebags.
Well,
You can't.
Look, apparently to the left, the left, if they do it, it's good. If anyone else does it, it's bad. Okay. And
Oh, we're in Nazi Germany.
It's like socialism.
We're in Nazi Germany.
right, we're the wait. I thought that the ICE agents were the Nazis. Now who's being the
They're
Nazis?
the
Are
Gestapo,
these people
yeah.
the Nazis?
That's and see
can't-
now I'm confused.
I'm confused.
I'm going to bed tonight
confused
and not
Yeah.
knowing how I have to wake up tomorrow.
Could you
No,
imagine?
they're just Lord of the Rings.
Show
You
me
shall
your
not
papers.
pass.
Let me
Show
ask
me
you. Let
your
me ask you a question.
papers.
Let me ask you a question. You're driving. I leave here and I drive down the street, and someone's got a barricade up. It's like, wait, we want to make sure you're not ICE. Let me see your papers. I mean, it's probably not going to end well for you.
Guess what? I'm going to show you something
It's
else.
going to show you something.
I'm going to
else.
show you something else
Yeah.
that's in my truck.
But my point is that
Don't you see I'm driving a Tesla here?
who the
I mean,
hell?
come on.
Who the hell thinks this is normal behavior? The left has just lost. Every day.
It's so
Did you guys see? Let me ask you this because I didn't send it to you. Did you see the picture of these morons in Minnesota recreating the flag raising on Iwo Jima with the Minnesota flag? See that?
No, with the Somalian flag.
No, that's the new Minnesota flag.
That it is.
That is
They
the
modeled it after the Somali flag.
Correct.
Oh, for God's sake! I thought it was a Somali flag.
No, that's what the new
Oh,
Minnesota
my
flag looks
God.
like.
Oh,
it
my
looks
God.
like the
All
Somali
right.
flag.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you see that, Jason? Did you see it?
No, I did not.
Yeah, it was like a live performance art. Yeah, I
So
saw it.
we're all very well familiar with the raising of the flag on Iwo Jima, right?
What?
Mount Suribachi. And now the Democrats recreated it with a bunch of people standing there, and they're raising
I saw that.
the Minnesota flag, which looks remarkably the new Minnesota flag, not the old one,
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
remarkably
Somali
like
flag,
a
yeah.
Somali flag. And they think that they're just holier than thou, and look how great they are, and look at how
It's ridiculous.
wonderful they are. They my point here is every time I think a leftist can't get any more ridiculous, low,
Oh, is that what we're talking about?
disgusting, yeah,
Yeah.
they managed to do it, and that is not
I'm
the
not
Somali
I'm
flag.
not even playing that.
No,
that
fuck
is-
them.
That is the Minnesota flag, the new Minnesota flag brought in by Jazz Hands Tim Walls.
That time
Right.
The time I got to go on the honor flight to DC,
Yeah.
we're on the bus and we're driving past the Iwo Jima
Marine Memorial.
the Marine Memorial there.
Yeah.
And it's that statue with those guys raising the flag.
Yes.
And I'm sitting by this one veteran. He leans over to me and he says, "Man, those guys were big."
So if you have not been to the Marine Corps Memorial in DC, it is amazingly done, and
it is beautiful. It really is.
It is the sculpt is very, very detailed. The scale, I don't know what the scale is. But
the scale is about 10 times your average human. I would say
the scale is big, and the detail
is. I didn't realize those guys were that big.
Detail is amazing. So I encourage you, if you do, and as you drive around, this is as you're driving around the memorial. As you're driving around, it looks like the flag is being raised just by optical illusion by the.
We have to play this one.
All right, another great video here
before we get out, because this one's fucking. Awesome.
Recently, there was an FBI
literally
raid.
giggling. I was giggling my ass off.
There was
sent it to me
late. And I do not know the name of this woman who put this video out, but it is an instant classic. There was an FBI raid in Fulton County, Georgia. They raided a warehouse that contained ballots from 2020 because, as you know, in Fulton County, Georgia, they just had a finding of an investigation that's been going on since 2020 that there was over 350,000 ballots that should not have been included in the tabulations.
350,000, and yet what was,
out of just Fulton County, Georgia?
And what was the margin of victory in Georgia?
11,000.
So what you're saying is,
yes, that's
what happened was
so what you're saying is there was a chance.
Yeah. And so girlfriend here in the red was talking, and she intercuts this with
popcorn.
One of the election officials in Fulton County who's having a conniption because they're being investigated.
I am normally mad when Dan sends me shit late, but this one I was literally giggling my
instant
ass
classic. I love this guy. Here we go.
Does she have a name?
I don't know her name.
Fulton County.
A lot of stuff about this FBI raid.
Is it just me, or does she look like Kamala Harris on a budget in a Michael Jackson outfit?
At the Fulton County elections and registrations, I'm on the inside right now.
Doing this video while the FBI was taking 700 boxes.
So I just want you to be real discerning about all that you're hearing from people who are on the outside of what's going on. I'm going to give you the truth about what's happening.
You about to give us that bullshit.
So they served a warrant, the FBI, this is Trump, serving a warrant to go pick up the 2020 ballots, which are in a secure location inside of here, 700 boxes.
So if this is the 2020 election, why y'all tripping? I mean, just give them the boxes. What's the problem is?
The first warrant that they gave was incorrect legally, they didn't follow the right procedure. They went back and they fixed it, and they came back, and now they aren't actually collecting the boxes.
You didn't think that was gonna come back?
They are in the chain of command in Fulton County is that once they are archived, they become the possession of the clerk of Superior Court, which is Shay Alexander. She is here and she is with them, inventorying everything that they're taking.
That's why your nervous ass out in the hallway doing a video.
We, the commissioners, the chairman, the county attorney, are trying to figure out a legal plan as to maybe an injunction, a motion to quash. We don't know yet.
Y'all should have thrown them shits away a long time ago. Okay, that's too late for that shit.
We're trying to figure it out. We're getting all kinds of legal advice to stop this, because once they have the ballots, how do we then turn around and do something different when they've already got their hands on it?
What's something different are you gonna do? These are ballots from the 2020 election. What you gonna do?
This is an attempt to take your vote away.
Bitch, they already voted. This is 2020. The votes have been counted. They're in. We didn't have the presidency already. And a new president.
This is all about November 2026, about the primary on May 19th and then the November election. He does not want the midterm elections to take away his power.
No shit, Sherlock. They ain't got shit to do with the cheating that y'all was doing in 2020.
So he's trying to create
no shit, Sherlock.
So this is what he does.
This is what y'all do.
Chaos in Minnesota, chaos in Fulton County.
See, this bitch gonna keep making me cuss. He ain't causing no chaos there. That's the protesters doing all that agitating. And that's your ass doing all that cheating in Fulton.
We are a target. Protect your vote at all costs.
How are we supposed to protect it if y'all out there stealing them?
Exactly right.
I'm telling you, everybody always says your life depends on it. Oh, your life does depend on it this time.
I know he said it 19,000 other times on every other election, but this time we're being really, really for real. Your whole life. I know that bitch didn't walk off like she done really said something. Boo! Boo! I promise I can't stand these Democrats. Lord have mercy.
As she's throwing popcorn at the fucking
She's got the popcorn out. She's watching. She's having fun.
at the phone
That is
screen.
fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic.
That one, I literally laughed my ass off. I'm normally
God,
mad
what
at you.
What a
but I was like,
state
oh,
of
that was
affairs
a-
we find ourselves in, you know?
Well, I mean, she and the way she intercut that and edited it is just fantastic
Well,
because she's just shouting that gal down. And here's the are we going to close with this,
Yeah.
or do you have another one you want to close with?
I mean, we're gonna hit a couple teachers real quick. But
All right, but no, we were talking. I was talking earlier today about in case you didn't know, the House approved the spending resolution, and I'm sure, I don't know if Trump has signed it yet, but he's going to sign it today. And one of the sticking points was, look, I like Anna Paulina, but she wanted to attach the SAVE Act to the spending bill, which, number one, I think the SAVE Act, which is the Voting Rights Act that that calls for identification when you vote.
Right.
A fairly simple concept. Are you who you say you are? Let's see some ID. Then you can vote for American citizens.
such a weird concept.
Yeah. And of course, the left likes to argue that, well, you know, blacks and minorities,
Can't get ideas.
you know, they can't get identification. It's very difficult. Well, CNN, Andrew Pappas, did a poll of where people are when it comes to voter ID.
And take note, Cincy 513. We do bring CNN into
Oh my
this.
God, we are.
this show.
This could be a first.
Yeah, let's go to CNN and see what they've got to say about this. Pretty good stuff here.
Take a look here. Favorite photo ID to vote. 85% of white people favor it. 82% of Latino. 76% of Black
76%
Americans favor
of
it.
black
So
voters.
the bottom line is this. Voter ID is not controversial in this country. A photo ID to vote is not controversial in this
Photo
country.
ID to
It is
vote.
not controversial by party, and it is not controversial by race. The vast majority of Americans agree with Nicki Minaj that, in fact, you should have a photo ID to be able to vote. So something of a not. Take a look here. Favorite
Photo
to
ID,
vote.
not
85% of white
controversial.
people favor it.
76% of
82%
black
Latino,
voters,
76%
82% Latino voters, 85% of white voters. And that's just the racial breakdown. The party breakdown is about the same.
Look, I posted today.
I mean, how ridiculous is that?
I didn't send it to you guys, but I did post today a picture of all the countries that require voter ID. It's a long list.
It's a very
it's
long
It's
list,
a
yeah.
very long list. I mean, put it to you this way: just pulling one out of my butt. If Haiti can require voter ID and we can't, what does that say about us? Okay, Haiti, you have to have ID to vote.
Oh my God! But how?
I mean,
but it
but
must
here-
be so difficult.
I
to
mean,
get.
yeah, if you can get, that's a great point, Dan. If you can't get a roof over your head,
You
can't
mentioned the
you
hoops
can't-
you got to jump through in Haiti.
You can't. We've been providing aid to Haiti for how long?
A
A long time.
Well, aside
it's-
from the portion that the Clintons stole.
Correct. But my point is,
Which
Haiti
pretty big
is
chunk.
pretty much.
Or the schools that DeWine owns.
So you can't get a house there that has a roof. You can't get four walls. You can't get a bed to sleep in. But it's not considered egregious to ask them to have an ID to vote. So they can do it in Haiti, which probably has pretty shitty infrastructure. Can we go on a limb and say that?
I would imagine
How in the world can we then say that
it
it's
is a third world shit.
it's a third world dump? I mean, I hate to say that. No disrespect to Haiti, but
just
it's
is
been
what
that
it
way
is.
since I've been old enough to vote. Haiti's always been a problem.
Life is life.
Life is life. But I mean, the list of countries that require ID to vote is staggeringly long, but yet somehow in the United States in 2026, it's a problem. I don't get it unless you say, well, why are people against it? Take, for example, what we just saw coming out of Fulton County, Georgia. 300,000 votes that should not have been counted were counted when the margin of error was 11,000 votes. Probably could have swayed the election. Maybe, I mean, I'm not a rocket scientist, but I'd like 513 to explain how it couldn't have. I mean, come on, folks. It's not asking a lot. And I've worked the elections. I have literally been an election judge. It's not that big of a deal to ask for an ID. I mean, it's just not. And most people are happy to give it. Now, I've had some thrown at me, white, blah, 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 blah. But I mean, it's not often. And if 75% for the lowest percentage I saw in the African American community supports it, why are we not doing this?
Well, let me read something to you. And then, and this is for 513 as well. This is a statement from the Democrat leader, Chuck Schumer, in the Senate. And here's what he had to say about the SAVE Act. All right.
Right.
But when I'm done with this, Andrew, I'm going to ask you a question. All right.
Is this a test?
It's a little test, so pay attention.
Yeah, little test.
Chuck Schumer wrote this. I have said it before. I'll say it again. The SAVE Act would impose Jim Crow type laws on the entire country and is dead on arrival in the Senate. It is a poison pill that will kill any legislation that is attached to. If House Republicans add the SAVE Act to the bipartisan appropriations package, it will lead to another prolonged Trump government shutdown.
Trump government shutdown.
Let's be clear.
He's shutting it down.
The SAVE Act is not about securing our elections. It's about suppressing voters. The SAVE Act seeks to disenfranchise millions of American citizens, seize control of our elections, and fan the flames of election skepticism and denial. The SAVE Act is reminiscent of Jim Crow era laws and would expand them to the whole of America. Republicans want to restore Jim Crow and apply it from one end of the country to the other. It will not happen. Democrats will go all out to defeat the SAVE Act and defend free and fair elections. Now, that's a pretty profound and powerful statement there from Chuck Schumer. But, Andrew, let me ask you this. In all of those words that Chuck Schumer just put out right there, that I just read to you, how much substance, how much factual information is contained in that missive that he just put out there?
I didn't hear any. I heard Jim Crow. I heard buzzwords.
You heard a lot of platitudes.
I heard a bunch of fluff, bunch of shit. I heard words designed to invoke emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Crow, blah 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 blah. Racist this, yada yada that. And you wonder, especially on the heels of the video you showed of the lady, about Fulton County. This is why Democrats don't want this, because my opinion here, this allows Democrats to cheat. And you don't have to cheat. Listen, let's be fair here. You don't have to cheat a lot, a nudge here, a nudge there, and you sway a whole state, right? I mean, look at Fulton County, for example. You just lock down that county, make sure they got the votes every time, and you will carry the whole state of Georgia. So Democrats have it figured out. And personally, I find it offensive because it really, disenfranchises the rest of the country when you cheat. And I'm a firm believer, you can call me crazy. I'm a firm believer that the 2020 election was stolen from Donald Trump. I think it was. That's my opinion. I think the evidence is showing more and more every day that it was stolen from Donald Trump. And now look where we are. We had 4 years of Joe Biden doing all sorts of crap that were, if he wasn't duly elected, were actually unconstitutional. So how do we put that toothpaste back in the bottle, Dan?
You can't.
You can't.
I can't remember the name of the movie, but Dinesh D'Souza, the movie that you and I
2,000 Mules.
2,000 Mules is a perfect example. And now it's coming to fruition where everyone said, "Oh my God, I can't believe you went and saw that. Oh, you're full of shit.
You're crazy."
But guess what?
In tinfoil.
Guess
now
what?
Look what's coming out.
Now what's coming out? But here we are, 2026. Fucking. We'll call it 5.5 years later. Whatever.
I think.
And you and I walked out of that movie going,
"Wow,
yeah, that actually, I think
there's really.
I
good
think
movie,
that actually
really well
happened."
And I actually saw a clip of that. Someone posted it on my X feed the other day.
You remember we got made fun of because we had a mandate.
And it was at least the section that I saw when they were talking about the numbers and how the numbers add up, and it was really incredibly restrained how they tried to keep everything to the lowest possible numbers of how many mules, how many drops, how many boxes, all that stuff. So, but this Chuck Schumer thing, it just illustrates, I think, what is a bigger issue for another, and we don't have time to get into it right now.
No.
But when it comes to debate in this country, Look, 3 paragraphs here talking about the
And
SAVE
there's
Act.
no substance.
Not one word from the actual bill,
Not
what
one-
it actually says,
Not one.
what it actually calls for.
No, and not one statistic, not one,
Nothing.
nothing concrete.
Yeah.
Just platitudes and buzzwords designed to evoke emotions. Let me say something else. I mean, look, you did mention Luna wanted to add it to the spending package, or
Right.
to avert or to look. First of all, how fundamentally fucked up is Congress, where every single year we have this? They can't make a budget. They can't pass a budget. We're going on continuing resolutions. They've abdicated their responsibility because they don't want to make any hard choices.
Oh, the government's going to shut down.
The government's going to shut down, blah, 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 blah. And, so we operating dysfunctionally anyway. But I think that before the midterms, I think Republicans should demand an up or down vote on the SAVE Act and make Democrats, pull their Johnson out. And, because let's have it a standalone argument. Like you said, don't make it a point. Don't put it with something that's going to turn around and they're going to use it to the Republicans are shutting the government down. But
the House approved it on its own.
It's sitting there in the Senate. Let's
there.
get the votes. Let's have the up or down vote. Let Democrats go out and
Get on record.
Let's get on record, because I think if those statistics are correct from CNN of all cases, God knows
76%.
God knows what they probably really are.
It's a pretty big number, isn't it?
It is. Except to that lady that picked up the flashbang, she can't count out. But the
rock, paper, scissors, flashbang.
The simple fact of the matter is that let's have this hashed out, because I can tell you if the House, if the midterms election go historically like they have, and the Republicans lose the House, it's not going to come up again in the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's fact.
Well, I got closed circuit camera as we tail out of here. We're going Friday at 5.
Okay.
Just so everybody's aware.
I'll be here.
That's pretty firm.
Well, I have to reaffirm it to make sure.
We don't have another snowstorm.
He said he's good.
Dan will forget.
He said he's good. But Friday at 5, we appreciate everybody being here. But we have closed circuit camera of Andrew when he was up in Michigan.
Oh, here we go.
He wanted a cake. He was super excited about having a cake.
Tree?
Oh no. Oh no, sir.
I didn't really hit a tree. Just
You didn't hit a tree.
No llores, padre.
Wait.
Let's watch.
Roll that video.
And then listen to the audio.
Just wanted a little cake for your birthday.
Here's his DoorDash.
Some crusty stuff.
Motherfucker heard dog, so fuck that. Keep listening.
Oh, there it goes.
That fucking cake went
farther than
what sounded like a quarter fucking mile.
Oh,
for
poor
God's
guy.
sake.
That poor guy is just trying to make a living.
He was like, fuck
And
this.
he-
And Andrew got no cake.
I got no cake.
He got no cake.
Obviously.
But yeah, we will
It's not as adept to the ice and snow as I am.
yeah, apparently. But we will see you guys Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern time.
Other than my rib.
Remember, subscribe. We started putting more shit out on TikTok. So
There you go.
we actually got our first warning already,
I don't do TikTok. You guys keep sending me. I still haven't done.
which
I'm
was
not on
amazing.
TikTok either.
I'm not on TikTok.
We got a warning on TikTok.
I will
Of
say
one of
this.
the videos.
I'd
Did
like
he show his breast? Is that what he did?
my breath. So I'd like to thank. Listen, so you're putting this out on Papa Speaks on the reels.
Yep.
And man, I have gotten. I mean, it's getting more and more followers every day. So I don't know what's going on, but thank you. I think not that for the show's point of view.
Keep it coming.
I don't really care about Papa Speaks, but I mean, thank you. I mean, I hope you're watching it. I hope you're sharing it. I hope you're enjoying it, because we have a ball doing this.
Yes.
This says Papa Speaks right here.
I know. I made that.
What if I took that off? You might care about that.
I'd slap you.
Yeah. See,
I'd slap you. But yeah, we'll see you guys Friday,
Even
5
with my
p.m.
broken
Appreciate
rib.
you guys.
I cracked rib.
We're
you got to catch me first.
Pappas,
You're not
Pappas
gonna
is
be
a
kidding
little
me.
bit under the weather. Ugh, whatever. But we'll see you then. And remember, tell a friend.
That's a good show right there.
Bye, Mom.